My name is Matt Kibbe. I'm the president of Free the People based in Washington, D.C. At Free the People, we're really focused on connecting the values of liberty and self-determination with the next generation. We want to turn on young people to these ideas and these values, and we do it through storytelling. We do it through video production and comedy, and we want to make it fun and interesting to learn about economics and philosophy and the values that really make the world go round. I think there's something happening with young people where they're living in this very decentralized world, and they know something's wrong. They know centralized systems are failing them, and they're looking for a better way to think about things. And I think that the biggest problem that the liberty movement has is that no one's ever really heard this third alternative. You know, do you go far left? Do you go far right? Or is this other path where you can focus on people cooperating and solving problems and building something together that was so much bigger than they could have done alone, but that only happens when people are free. There's really only two ways to organize the world. One is through cooperation amongst free people, and the other is through violence. And you can force people to do things that they don't want to do. And that, of course, is how government works. I think the real power in freedom and individual freedom is the ability to find someone that knows something that you don't know and form a partnership and cooperate and voluntarily exchange ideas and goods and services. And out of that comes something beautiful. We call it community. And the power of community is still based on the individual. It's not based on some collective. It's not based on some central plan. It's not somebody else telling you what to do. It's you acting of your own free will. Most people process the world through their emotions. And they don't think about charts and graphs, and they don't think about the laws of economics. So the key is to focus at the cultural level where there's common ground and there's things that people want to talk about. And through that process of maybe it's comedy, maybe it's a personal story about someone that achieved something that they didn't think they could achieve, through telling those stories, you're able to teach a little bit about economics. You're able to teach a little bit about the values of cooperation, the values of creativity, the values of working really hard to achieve a goal and the personal satisfaction you get from that. Now, we could give a lecture about that, and we could explain all of the philosophers and economists that said all of those things. Or we could just tell a story about one of their neighbors who was able to do what they wanted to do with their lives because they were free. I think there's so much frustration and searching amongst young people they're looking for better answers. They know that something is broken in society. They know that, or at least they feel like they don't have the opportunities that their parents had. And they know that they're gonna have to find it elsewhere. And so the revolution, if you will, in ideas and policy is going to happen at universities like this, where they're taught that if they work hard, and if they're creative, and if they fail, and if they keep trying, and they collaborate with other people that are doing the same thing, that they're going to succeed and they're going to control their own destiny, and they're going to achieve something that gives them meaning in their own lives. I think one of the problems that we have right now is that the imperative to earn enough to feed yourself and the imperative to take care of your family and to make sure they have a roof over their heads, it's easier than it used to be. It's not the same life or death imperative that it used to be. So in order to have a happy life, in order to have a sense of dignity in what you do, you're going to have to work hard. You are going to have to feed your family. You're also going to have to find the kind of work that actually matters, that gives you meaning, that gives you purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. And that's what is being taught here. It's not just, hey, you can earn a decent living if you do X, Y, and Z. It's like, what do you want to achieve in your lives? What do you want to do? What do you want to be proud of that you didn't think you could do, but then you did it anyway? So I happen to be an optimist about technology and the decentralizing nature of social media and all of these tools that we now have to find ideas that we couldn't have found before. There's a downside. There's a centralization and there's censorship and there's people telling us what we should think. But if you have the initiative, you can use these tools to reach a much broader audience and to communicate with people, and people that, again, want to take that responsibility to figure something out for themselves. You can create a curriculum and you can learn things that when I was a kid you just couldn't do. You would have had to found the book, and that book would have had to have been in the library. Now you can Google it. That's transformative, that's liberating, but we have to make sure that our story, our narrative, is what they find when they search. And I think the best way to do that is upstream in the culture, telling stories, and even when we are talking about economics, making it accessible for people that don't want to read a spreadsheet. They just want to understand, why does economics matter in my life? And do you have a good story to tell? For young people with initiative, they have every single opportunity in front of them, starting in high school. And again, they can use technology, they can figure out what they want to do and what the potential is for the dreams that they have, even before they get to college. I think school is part of the puzzle, but don't think of it as a place where you go to class and you check the box and you get the grade and you get the degree and you move on. Think of it as a place where you can be part of a community and collaborations with other students that are, again, trying to figure out where they belong. That's where these lifelong partnerships come from. That's where beautiful things that you and I can't even imagine exist. That's where they will be built. And I think this is a gathering place for the types of people, the types of young people that really want to change the world. They want to make a difference. They want to wake up in the morning and feel good about what they do. I've spent a day talking to some of the students, and they know that they have something special here because, again, it's not just a good place to learn. It's not just a good curriculum. It's not just that they have more choices in determining the kinds of classes they want to take. They know that they're going to be part of a community of other disruptors, other entrepreneurs, other people that want to do more than just to get a degree. They want to go out and change the world. And you have such a step up if you have a gathering place where all of those people are coming together. It's such a golden opportunity, and so few people in life have that opportunity.